Hi everyone, I'm Catherine from Peace Etc. and I guide people who grew up in mentally and emotionally unstable homes to improve their self-esteem and self-worth in ways that last through inner child healing. So today I want to touch on feeling peace in our body and how that leads to improved self-esteem and self-worth, and how instability in your body and feeling ungrounded leads to decrease in your self-esteem and self-worth. So I discovered this for myself as I went through my life. I had a switch in my life where I was like really fast-paced, go, 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 and seeking thrills in my daily life in ways that could have been dangerous for me, and how I was living life that way, and then at one point in my life I was told to slow down and to be more grounded. And when that switch happened, then I experienced a change in my self-worth and self-esteem. And I didn't know why that was, but now I have a sense of why that is, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So when you're seeking thrills and you're running on adrenaline, living on adrenaline, you're still unstable in your body. And our physical bodies are related to our self-esteem. The more stable and safe you can feel in your body, the more your self-esteem and self-worth can improve, because you're able to choose ways of being that's rooted in unconditional love and acceptance for yourself. What happens when you're like wobbly and when you're just running on adrenaline is that you don't have time to really choose your actions, choose your way of being. And more often than not, when you're in survival mode, you're living you get a sense of safety and security from your external environment, from other people. And to do that, you compromise yourself. You're not acting from a place of self-love, unconditional self-love and acceptance, but you kind of mold yourself and live in conditioned ways in order for people to love and accept you. When you live like that, your self-esteem and self-worth drops because you're not valuing yourself. Your actions are reinforcing your belief that you can't get security and safety from within you, and that you have to rely on other people to love and accept you for you to feel lovable and acceptable. So when I was running on adrenaline and when I was like living, in ways that was thrilling and it was fun for me at that time, but it kept me in survival mode. So then it kept reiterating the fact that at that time, the belief, I should say, not a fact, that I wasn't lovable and acceptable as I was. So then I experienced low levels of self-esteem and self-worth, and I didn't really know who I was. I was disconnected from who I was and my values and my needs and my interests. Like, it was very disconnected from all that. But then when I was told to slow down, and at first I hated it because instability and wobbliness and feeling unsafe was my normal. Humans like feeling, what we know and what we're comfortable with. It was uncomfortable for me to feel safe in my body at first, but it feels great. So as I slowed down, I noticed that I felt more grounded and more peaceful and calm in my body. And I noticed that I had more options in my day-to-day in how I could behave, what I could do and what I could believe in. I started noticing, when I slowed down, I started noticing the limiting beliefs that I was carrying that weren't even coming from me, and what was rooted in not unconditionally loving and accepting myself. So when I slowed down enough to notice those things and notice that being in ways from not unconditionally loving and accepting myself created more chaos and instability and insecurity, I had the time and option to choose not to do those things and to choose actions, thoughts that were coming from a place of unconditional love and acceptance for myself. And when I did that, I could feel different emotions and feelings and thoughts too, like ones that actually made me feel good and a sense of peace and calm and high self-esteem and self-worth. And it's crazy because it's just like finding more stability in your body. And it opened my eyes to how important it is to be connected to our bodies. And also it's empowering because just by, for me, I began doing more relaxation exercises and breathing exercises, ones that actually brought me peace. Because there's so many things you can do out there, and it's important to find ones that fit you, and not compare yourself to other people in whatever you do. But once I started doing these exercises where I was experiencing more peace and relaxation and calm, I started feeling better about myself. And it's interesting to note what behaviors lead to more peace and increased self-esteem and self-worth and what leads to less, And it's not always about getting things right, but, or, what you're doing wrong, but it's just interesting to observe what leads to what. So yeah, like improving your self-esteem and self-worth isn't just about the mental and emotional work that you do, but also the physical aspect, your body. It involves your body. And of course, everything is interconnected. So the more peace you can create for yourself in your body, the more grounded you can get, the more thoughts, feelings, emotions that you can experience that's rooted in unconditional love and acceptance for yourself and high self-esteem and self-worth. And the more thoughts, feelings, emotions that you can feel and experience that's rooted in unconditional love and acceptance for yourself and high self-esteem and self-worth, the more peace you feel in your body, and the more comfortable, the more stable you get in your body, is. So it's an interesting correlation, I'd say, and influence, like one influences the other all the time. But yeah, like you can work on improving your self-esteem and self-worth through the inside and out, but also from the outside in, as in by influencing the state that your physical body's in, right? You influence your internal environment. So yeah, I wanted to really in this video stress the importance of letting your body experience peace, especially if you grew up in chaotic environments. Then, your body isn't or might not be used to experiencing so much peace and maybe feel even threatened by peace. But I can say for me that it's been a life-changing experience. And I love feeling peace in my body and relaxing, like actually being able to take deep breaths and feel calm. And does that mean that I'm never threatened or stressed out? No, but I have tools and I'm empowered to be, when I'm able to calm down and bring myself to a point where I can relax, and that threat doesn't last forever. It seemed like it lasts forever, and I was putting myself in the past environments where it could last, the threat could last, and I could be stimulated all the time. But now I can bring myself back to calm, and there's always peace around the corner, however long that may take. And I can choose ways of being that's rooted in unconditional love and acceptance for myself. And that can be true for you as well. You know, don't leave your body behind in experiencing improved self-esteem and self-worth, and experiencing healing. Your body comes with you. You know, it's a vessel that your spirit lies. So, and your ego lies in. So make sure to keep it in mind as you go about your healing journey. I'm hearing it contains wonders. So I hope that there's something in this message for you. And if you have any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thanks for watching, guys.